Welcome back to another Sunday prep day. My nephew spent the night, so he might join in from time to time. He's just coloring behind you guys there. So today we're gonna prep all the veggies for the week, and I'm also gonna make some hummus and some vegan chili and some pork belly. So I'm gonna braise that in the pressure cooker, and then the stock I'll also use for some ramen later in the week. But first, for the hummus, I'm doing some crudités, cutting some pepper. So I'll go over the rest of my menu. Tonight, I'm gonna do hutspot, which is a Dutch dish of potatoes mashed with carrots and onions. And for lunch, we'll just do sandwiches or something. I'll let my nephew decide. And then tomorrow for lunch, I always do meatless Mondays, so I'll do the hummus with crudités for lunch. And then for dinner, I'll do the vegan chili, probably just over some rice. So part of this is going to go in the crudités, so that's in little sticks, and the other parts are going in stir fry, in the chili, all that kind of stuff, so they're in little cubes. So yeah, and then Tuesday, what am I going to do on Tuesday? Some coleslaw. Oh, that's also another thing I'm going to make. Some coleslaw with some pork belly. I'll use pork belly in a lot of dishes this week. And then for dinner, I'll do pork belly tacos. Then on Wednesday, I'll do a stir fry with some pork. And then ramen for dinner. So the ramen will have some pork belly in it and some green beans. I wanted some snow peas or sugar snaps, but they didn't have them at the market. I don't think they're in season at the moment. So I just got some green beans for that. And I have all kinds of different mushrooms. And then on Thursday, I'm gonna have coleslaw, probably with a pork chop. And yes, that's a lot of coleslaw this week because, well, I'm gonna make a decent sized batch, and I just kind of have to work through that. So I'm trying to implement it as many meals as possible. And then for dinner, I'm gonna do some kind of pasta. Haven't fully decided yet. I might do pasta with ground chicken, maybe. Well, we'll see. The ingredients will be the same, and I just might change the meat around, or I might use tomatoes, I might not. So now my nephew is checking in on me. Een stukje paprika?
Ja.
He likes peppers. So let's see then. Friday. Wat wil je vragen?
Mag ik scheppen?
Oh, he just wants to scoop. Als je even aan de kant gaat, want het mes is scherp, hè? So I said he can scoop, but he needs to watch out for the knife first. So Friday, I don't generally plan lunches because I want to use up leftovers as much as possible. And then for dinner, I'm gonna do some salmon in puff pastry, and I think I'll do some broccoli with that. So that's what I have planned this week. I'm also doing a video all week of the actual meals, so that will come out on Friday. So I always post all the pictures on Instagram, but not everyone that follows me here checks out Instagram as well. So for those that want to, you can check the video out on Friday. So I'm just quickly working through this pepper so you can do the scooping. Ja, doen we zo. Zal ik deze erbij doen. okay. Oh, I forgot to do the sticks for that, so I'll just have to not do yellow for my crudités. Ja, leg maar even aan de kant, mannetje. Ja, ga je weer even kleuren? Kom je straks weer helpen? And if you're wondering what I'm saying to him, I'm speaking Dutch because we are Dutch and he does speak some English, but it's easier to just talk Dutch with him because he understands that a lot better. So yeah, the sticks for the crudités. So yeah, quite a few people watched the live stream after it got archived, so that was nice to see. It was a nice little break not to have to edit. So I might do one again soon. Okay, now that is out of the way. I'll get some chilies for the stir fry and everything, and for the pasta and for the chili. I just have an orange, a red, and a green. And yeah, we'll just get all the veggies out of the way, just like always. Things like the coleslaw, the pork belly, the chili, the hummus. I'll do that after I have all my veggies ready. Kind of like a mise en place. And then for the chili, I have these yellow tomatoes. Normally I would use red, but I had these left over from last week, so the chili is going to be yellow. It's going to taste delicious nonetheless, so just use up what you have. I'm just cutting these in half to help them cook down later. Alright, and then we have some potatoes. These are for tonight for the hutzpult. So I'll just give these a quick peel. Give that a chop. And throw that in a pot of water. That will be for tonight. I'll just do 2 potatoes. Let's see. Next up, we have some celery. That's going to be for the stock. You know what, I'll just get one of these bigger containers and put everything for the stock in one container. Also, just for a little bit of sweetness in my stock, I'll just use some apple. And everything is going to get strained out afterwards, so I don't care too much about it doing too fine, because everything is just gonna get fished out later. And then I'll put some fresh mushrooms and the green beans and everything in.
Wil je een stamppot maken?
Vanavond ga ik hutspot maken.
Hutspot.
Ja, vind je dat lekker?
Ja. Dat is één keer zo makkie.
Yeah. What are we gonna do next? Let's do some carrots. So I'm gonna do some smaller pieces. Nee, laat maar staan. He almost grabbed the pot of water, and I don't feel like cleaning that up. So this is for the stock. Just gonna use a couple. And I'll also use some carrots for the crudités, so I'll just half or quarter them. And I'll also need some in a different shape for the hutspot. That's just the onion and carrot and potato. So I'll just cut them into chunks. I already washed these, so okay, we have our carrots in 3 different shapes. What else? We'll do some parsley. That's going to go in the hummus. It's going to go in the food processor, but it's a lot easier to process if it's a little finer. It doesn't need to be too fine. Just, yeah. We'll do some cucumber. Wil je een stukje komkommer, mannetje?
Nee.
We'll do some sticks for that for the crudités as well. Just put that in with the carrot sticks. Oh, and I almost forgot I needed some carrots for the coleslaw as well, so I just quickly chop those fine, get those in there. Yeah, we'll just get onto the cabbage. So I'm just gonna use up this, what's this cabbage called? Napa cabbage, I think. So, nice little ribbons. Normally I would use like a regular cabbage or one of those pointy ones, but I need to use this up. So this is just the leafy bit. And then the stem bit I'm going to cut in quarters and then slice so it's a little finer. Alright, that goes in there. And then to finish off with a coleslaw, I'll have 1 red onion. I'm gonna cut that fine. Okay, we'll put that aside for now. And since we're on onions, I'll dice another red onion. That's for the stir fry and the pasta and that kind of stuff. And we have some regular yellow onions. These I'm just going to cut into half rings. Those are going to go in the... One is going to go in the chili and one is going to go in the stock. That onion is definitely getting to my eyes. So we have some garlic cloves. I already peeled them. So a couple are just going to go in whole for the stock. And then a couple I'll just dice for the chili, for the pasta, for the stir fries. And then I have these spring onions. I'll just use this for a garnish and in the stir fry and that kind of stuff. So cut them real quick. These are just the last two I had left over from a bunch from last week, so just want to use those up. There we go. And then we have some broccoli. So I'll just cut off the florets.
Wat voor broccoli is het?
Lekkere broccoli. So I saved the stems because I use them for broccoli rice and such. So just keep the florets.
Ben nou klaar met broccoli?
Ja.
Ik krijg het tranen bijna van.
Ja, kom, dat is van de ui. You probably can't see him, but he's standing right there, and he's like, "Are you ready with the broccoli?" Because I have tears in my eyes. And said, "That's not the broccoli. That's the onions." So, quick cleanup, and then I just need to top into some of these green beans real quick. So I'll just use these for my ramen, and if I have any left over, I'll just use that on Friday.
Die hoefjes. Eerst de kontjes eraf.
Yep. It's just saying, so yeah, you just need to cut off the ends first.
En doe een bij. En Yoshi. En...
He's trying to see if you can see him because there's on my camera there's a little screen on the front, but it's a very wide angle lens. So he's standing right in front and running like in front of the camera, but you can't see him because he's just below the lens.
Nu kan die zo vlug mij wel zien.
Yep.
Dan niet.
Yeah, he's having a lot of fun he loves playing with the camera, if you've not seen my videos before. And he was just hiding behind me and he says, "No, you can't see me anymore." Okay, and that's the green beans done. And then we just have one thing left to cut. I have these, where's my knife? Right here. I have some mushrooms, different ones that are gonna go in the stock. So I have these regular button mushrooms, and I have some of these, I don't know what they're called, but I'll use some of them, and the rest is for the garnish in the ramen. So that's just for a bit of meaty flavor in the stock. While I'm doing this, I should probably get my Ninja Foodi preheated. So that's just on saute with a little bit of oil.
Wat is dat?
Dat is een beetje olie.
Wat voor olie?
Olijfolie.
Ga je die kleine nog niet doen?
Welke kleine? Wil je er eentje van proeven? Champignon? Of wil je zo champignon proeven?
Nee.
Nee? And then I also have some of these mushrooms. I don't know what they are, but I'll put some in. And the rest I will save when I actually make the ramen for like a decoration. Alright, so the Ninja Foodi is preheated. And I'll add in my veg. And I'll add some salt to help cook that down. Okay, the veggies are sauteed. So I'm gonna take this pork belly. I just scored the skin. You can place that skin side down. I'll add some water. And we're gonna put the pressure lid on and cook that for about an hour. But actually, I'm gonna switch the pot from this Ninja Foodi out with the other one so I can go off camera and I can use this to make the chili.
Wat is die aan het doen?
Aan het opwarmen. So yeah, while the other Ninja Foodi is on pressure, I did 50 minutes, that should be enough. I have this Ninja Foodi now on saute. So add a little bit of oil. And to that I'll add my onion. Some garlic. Some peppers. I'll add some chilies. We'll add some salt. Okay, now that everything has sauteed down, I'm adding my tomatoes. We'll add some cumin for a little hearty taste. Some smoked paprika. And some cayenne. And then here I have some beans that I just cooked from dried. You can use canned beans. I just prefer having dried on hand because they are shelf stable. And I just did a mix of whatever I had. So there's pinto, black bean, red kidney bean, a few others. So I'll just throw those in. And I'm just adding a little can of tomato puree because I didn't have that many tomatoes fresh. Saute that real quick to cook the tomato puree through a little bit. And we'll add some water. And put that on slow cook, put the lid on, just on low for a couple of hours. But I'm actually going to move the whole foodie so I have a little more space to work. Not sure what happened to the audio in this clip, but here I am just making the hummus. I boiled some chickpeas. I soaked them overnight and then I boiled them. I prefer using them dried because then I can just make as many as I want. I don't need to use a whole can or anything like that. And I'm just adding some tahini, about 2 to 3 tablespoons. It's quite runny. So I'm making a big batch, and whatever I don't use tomorrow, I'll just put in the freezer to use another day because it's just much easier to make a bigger portion. And to this, we'll add some parsley. And yeah, my nephew is just watching me how I make it, so if you see me looking away, that's just to see what he's saying to me. I'll add a little bit of salt. And some lime juice. I have a big batch in the freezer, so I just defrost some cubes whenever I need them. I'm adding some cumin now. And a little bit of the cooking liquid, the aquafaba from the chickpeas, just to loosen it up a little bit. And my nephew wanted to help me blitz that up. So just giving it a quick little taste. I like the seasoning, I like the consistency. So I'm just gonna set that aside for the moment. And then I'll work on the coleslaw. So that's just the cabbage, the carrots, and the red onion. I'm gonna add a little bit of mayo to it. And some French mustard. And just a little bit of salt and pepper. And give that a quick stir. Don't add too much mayo at first because the salt in there will draw the moisture out of the cabbage, so it will be a little more wet later on. So if you make it too wet now, it's just going to be very wet. So I'm adding a little bit more of mayo because it's really quite dry, but don't overdo it. And that is it. Now that just needs a quick stir, and then the coleslaw is done. I'll give it a quick taste. Tastes just right. And now we're just going to have a look. And yeah, put that away. This is ready. Now we're just gonna need to wait until the pork belly and the chili is done, and we'll check back in with you then to close out the video. And there we have it. Everything is ready. We're now a couple of hours later. So I have the pork belly, which is completely cooked through, and it's nice and tender. So when I want to use that, I'm going to slice a piece off, air fry that to get it nice and crispy, nice crispy skin and crust. And then I'll just slice that into smaller slices. We have our chili, vegan chili. So I just need to heat that up tomorrow and probably serve it over some rice or maybe some bread or something. And then the braising liquid from the pork that has all the pork flavor into it. I strained that and I'm going to use that as a base for my ramen, and I'll add some miso paste to that, and then just use that as a broth for the ramen to be served in. So that was it for the week. If you like this, I do this every single Sunday. There's a whole playlist if you are into this. And yeah, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Until next time, bye!